and yet you don't know? I mean, I've been there. I know. Even till now, I know that how I feel sometimes. But I try that personally, if I can get anything out of anybody, or I don't want to get anything out of anybody, because there is this probability that people can, um, teach you the wrong thing, or somehow deceive you in a way that you probably wouldn't know that you are being deceived, or you are being taught in the wrong way. You are being we're being fed with the wrong information. So I decide that even in my personal small way, I give myself time to learn new things every day, to ask questions and progress. Develop yourself your own way. Find out things your own way. Seek for the truth your own way. If you can depend on others that you can trust, and you can never trust anybody to sort of get you the answers or anything, you have to do yourself. The books are there. If you can read and write, then good, go for it. And if you can read and write also, you can also strive for the truth, or you can decide to not to be involved in these things. Keep yourself away. Try to understand what human life is about. See the things that you like to do. Just don't abuse the things that you like to do, whether in relationship, whether it be in food you eat, the food you eat, whether it's been your studies, whether it's been the relationship with people, your social life, whether it's been the things you like, anything that you like, the human body, wherever you like, go for it. But the thing is, don't abuse yourself. Don't abuse yourself. Whatever you like is good for you, go for it. But don't abuse yourself. And you do fine. So it doesn't matter whether you go to school, or if you've not gone to school, or you don't know anything, or you know something. It's about your views and your approach to life. How you are not going to allow yourself to be transformed into something that you are not ready to be. And your life can make a difference, to yourself and to others. So basically, from what I read in the Quran here, and what I'm explaining in the Bible, they are completely coming from different gods. I don't believe that the same God who spoke to Mary, who told her to go to Bethlehem, have a baby, the 3 wise men and all that, and the baby, crying and whatever, and did not speak in any way, turned around and talked to Muhammad and told Muhammad that, hey, told Muhammad that, the true story is that Mary, the baby really spoke. And the baby was the one who was speaking to the people who were inquiring. The baby told them that the day I was born, I lived peaceful. The day I was born, the day I died, and all that. I mean, how can that be? God is telling us different stories through different people. And sometimes people will normally say, let's say God is changing. He sort of is a changing God, and somehow he's a God that he is here as a God who, in so many sense, what word would I use? Transforms himself in different ways. God can be this tomorrow. I don't know how people normally say it. And even in the Bible, it's also seen as the devil is the one that changes places and always becoming different in all times, appearing differently. And that is also attributed to God. How can that be? So it makes you think and think again. They say that the God one is right and the devil one is the negative one. You are describing something negative as something positive. I don't know how that is possible. Even the signs are completely different. If you look at the sign of negative sign and the positive sign, they are different things. That makes the positive, that makes the negative, negative. Anything negative does not look like positive, and anything positive does not look like negative. So how can you be attributing, make your definitions look so similar? It's like you've cloned the evil out of good, or you've cloned the good out of evil. And that can be the situation. They are not twins. According to the Bible, God hates evil, and evil is far from him. According to the Quran, the same thing. They are two separate things with different characteristics and different looks. So we can't continually believe that the book has been defining these things also in a similar way that we can't even tell difference. No. As if let's say the devil is Lucifer, as if Lucifer is a lookalike of God Lucifer is a lookalike of God. That can't be the situation. That can't be that is unthinkable. It's something we can't consider. If that's the case, I mean, why should people keep on reading these things? But that is what it says here in the Quran, and there are other things regarding the death which I have explained to you, but I'm going to pick it out for you to see when I found that one out. And there is one more, the other verses that I would, that's about Trinity, hang your enemy. That's, as I said, according to the Quran, they've been advised from the verse I quote from 47:4. It says, you hang your enemy. They have been advised to hang their enemy, Christians, whatever, by their neck until they are dead. This is what they've been advised. If you're a Christian and a Muslim is angry with you, or a Muslim wants to sort of have a quarrel with you, and he's been advised by Allah that he's been given the authority, right, to hang you by the neck till you are dead. That's why the Muslim hanging is like nothing to them. That's their capital way of punishment, the capital punishment they know of. They hang people just like that. I think before old times that it was done easily, even before the cross or maybe after the cross, I'm not sure. But yeah, hanging was there even in Europe. The kings and queens, hanging was something they do just like that. But the Quran has been advised, hanging by the neck till they are dead. And if the Shah or whatever it is, that's what they believe, and they do that because Allah has told them that. But the sad thing, there are other things that Allah has told them that they don't do. If you say this, they probably won't be too happy. But it's written there, as I read earlier on, especially the land of the Jewish land, which is being accepted even in the Quran, that this is place for the Jews to have. The Arabs will not accept that. Allah have explained through Moses and all that it's their place. Why can't they give them their place or give them a place to live? And they're always fighting the Jews out of the place. And the Christians. Clearly words has been spoken that they guide their life with. Yet they will not also follow. If I go to look at the days when I was reading these things, especially in the times of in the early writings of Genesis, and as we read through Genesis, we can see that step by step how God wants us to live our life, and yet we live life contrary to that. Look at me sitting here now. I am not in accordance with what Jehovah wanted me to live life from the very beginning. I am very conscious of myself, and that respect, that alone shows how I reflect to you right now. As you look at me, you can see that I'm conscious of myself. I can't sit here looking, completely off without shirt or coat or anything. I have to keep myself, protected or somehow guided. I have to present myself in such a way that I will not feel uncomfortable in any way. And this is the comfortable state that I'm feeling right now, thanks to what the advice of the snake. But it's also unthinkable. It is also wrong to sort of give some sort of credit to that advice, because according to the teachings, you are meant to look at it and think of it as, and the devil misled us and made us feel, made us disobey God. We are supposed to think things that way and feel sad that somehow the devil makes us guilty, and God has, we can't go back to God because of that. Why can't you go? Nobody's holding you back. Nobody's holding us back. If that is the truth, we know the truth is that this is how we fell off, or these are the things that we should do and go back to God. So I know of a church that believes that if you really want to pray seriously to God, you go naked. That's what they also believe. that tells you that they are taking their information from the Bible.